Alright, so here's what the Graze Ritter looks like fully complete with its sword. The shoulders gave me a little bit of a trouble, some issue, because even though they're designed to open up and like this is flap, I thought that maybe they have to be aligned up properly for this. This thing comes off easily. But you gotta be careful with the shoulders. It's annoying. And of course this one's a bit annoying because this thing comes off. I think I'm going to glue this on because this, for the sword, all you need to do is slide it in and that's it, it's done. Don't know if I'm going to constantly use the machine gun. I was about to say beam rifle. But yeah, you know what? I don't have to worry about me popping this open all the time just to put a weapon here. Like all I have to do is just slide it in like so, and slide that in like this one, like so as well. So I could use both weapons. Yay, there we go. Nice, I like that. It's pretty cool. Somebody sent me a message saying I should get another sword like this because McGillis used 2 swords. Unfortunately, I didn't come with 2 swords, that's one. 2, I was actually looking for the option parts, and there is a sword, I think it's either the 3rd or the 4th option set from last year. The problem is the sword is not the same style as what you have here. It's a different sword. So I could easily purchase 2 of those option sets and have 2 of the same swords. But I kind of like this one, of course, so we're just going to stay with 1 for now. So it's going to be -1 sword. And I'm not going to buy another Graze Ritter. Unless, of course, I find one on sale. And then I take it, convert the sword to be the McGillis sword and have it on that, and then use the Graze Ritter for like some other custom build for something like that. But other than that, I really like how its overall look is to it. Not fond of how this showing this type of you know, gapness in there and whatnot, but you know, it is a heavily armored mobile suit. I don't think I remember seeing it running a lot. I may want to review some videos again of the Graze Ritter in action, especially from the scenes where they were attacking it. Oh, yeah, pretty much all the scenes. But I like the booster here, the leg booster. I didn't put the backpack parts there. As a matter of fact, here in this tray, here are all the colored parts here, which is the extra parts. And then here are all the charcoal parts here with the thrusters. I haven't built the backpack thruster thing that we just discussed before, but I'll do that later on. And the remaining parts is going to be put away for storage and for future builds, you could say. I don't think I've seen a part where you can actually stick that in. And this one, the charcoal part here, I guess I need to glue that. Maybe I can sand it down. And I noticed that this separate part here, I thought you just leave it alone. This is actually the part that needs to be painted yellow. So I can pop that out, paint it yellow, pop it in again, mask it so I can paint the remaining parts. Because I'm going to probably work on the yellow first, per what many people were suggesting I should do. Just paint this whole thing yellow here, here, the crest part here on the top, this one here, and might as well the parts in there, that sensor part here that's yellow, and then this one back here. And then once all that's done, then I'll just mask them off and then prime it and paint the other color blue. And of course I'm going to leave that black as well, and charcoal. But yeah, I'm surprised. I really do like this. I'm surprised that they haven't, worked on maybe making a, I don't know, a 1/100 scale Ritter. It'll be nice to see something like that. I mean, they've got the Graze, they got the Graze Kai, the McGillises, and the other guy. So, you know, they had a good run with something like that where they could have easily added more cannon fodder mobile suits. We don't see that many in 1/100 scale from the IBO line. We are seeing that, well, actually, no, we're not, but so far we only have 2 1/100 scale kits from the second season. Who knows what we'll see next? I think they're going to bring in another 3 more 1/100 scale kits, but I don't think there's anything out there that actually caught everyone's attention as a low-level mobile suit that everyone goes, oh, okay. I know maybe we'll get obviously we're going to get the Florius. Obviously we're going to get maybe we're getting the Vidar, yes, and the Lupus. The Florius or Florius, whatever how you call it, is one. There's another one that is in a different name. So I don't think we're going to get the Shinden. I don't think we're going to get the Hugo. It'd be nice if we did, but I don't think so. So let's see what Bandai has to offer. Anyway, I like this kit. It looks great, but now let's paint it the McGillis colors. So right now I'm priming all these parts, as you can see here. And 2 things are going on here, so let me explain. One, I'm using a primer that I thought I didn't have anymore, and that is the white primer and microfiller from Clad 2, which I'm kind of digging, not digging, because I actually had to thin this down. This thing clogged up my airbrush a bit, so it took me a while to get the ratio right a bit so I can actually apply it, but once it's on, it's nice and smooth, as you can see there. So that came out okay. So the white primer, I'm using the white primer because obviously, and I want to give you an example here. Look at this. So I primed the front part. I primed the whole thing, of course. And as a matter of fact, it has to be primed internally a bit because I have to paint the whole thing blue. But the areas here that are concentrated in white, I'm going to paint that yellow. Then I'm going to mask it off and then paint the remaining parts blue. So I wanted to show you that first. But then I said, and I was going to use the other primer, but I said, you know what, I might as well use it for everything because it is not going to be a dark kit. The other thing, of course, is I'm using an older airbrush that I haven't used in a long time. For those of you who don't remember, this is my Graze airbrush that I picked up a long time ago. It's a single action airbrush. It's good for something like the Clad 2 paints, and part of the reasons why I pulled it out, obviously because I wanted to use an extra airbrush in case something happens. And what happened, maybe not too many people know this, my older airbrush, not my newer one, the older one, my Neo, no, not the Neo, excuse me, the Revolution, the Iwata Revolution, I was cleaning it. I soaked it in thinner and all that stuff. Thinner. Yeah, was it thinner? Yeah. And I was assembling it back, and you know, there's this little nozzle that's really small, and I was screwing it on the airbrush, and then I think I squeezed it a little too much, and I heard it. You know, I felt the tension pretty much go away, and then as I was still turning, I said, "Okay, there goes that." So I stripped the nut bolt from the nozzle, and now I have to get myself, you know, I'm pretty much DOA with the airbrush, but it's a part that can easily be replaced, and I'm going to order. I already ordered one. I just need to wait until it arrives. But for now, I need to use something, so I pulled this guy out, and this is basically an airbrush that I will only use for priming. I cleaned this pretty good, but this thing is not the best in a way. It's just good for priming, so I'm not going to use it for painting. And I'm probably going to experiment this on Clad paints, because when I was doing research on that, a lot of people, a lot of the forums and a lot of the companies say that it's best to use single action airbrushes instead of a dual action airbrush. There's some scarring on this kit because of me cleaning it up. So applying this will even it out a bit. There we go. Let me get this leg done too. Actually, the back leg. But I'll do the whole leg just in case. I also need to pull out some of the parts that I have to paint yellow. I did paint the head yellow. Oh, excuse me, white. So I'm going to paint the whole thing, the area that's yellow, and there's some parts. Actually, I'll get in a minute. Let me just take care of this. I lowered the PSI on this to 16 PSIs. So it doesn't overblast the part with primer, but it's just enough to cover it up so I can repaint it. Let me get the one part that I was just mentioning. Here we go. So I was originally going to remove this part and then paint it, but then for me to reassemble it again, I said no, I'm going to leave it alone. So I'm going to paint the whole thing. Then I'm going to, I also I thinned it up a little bit with the this thinner. For those of you who don't know, I use Mr. Color leveling thinner. I don't know if anybody has been having trouble with Elclad primers thinning it out, or maybe it doesn't come out of the airbrush pretty well. I've always had some issues with it, and I need to order black, especially for future kits. Oh, that's right. And here, and here, right there, is also yellow. So I gotta paint that yellow as well. So as long as I get this part here, yeah. And I cleaned this pretty thoroughly as best as I possibly can. It has this weird sound that you hear that it doesn't want to come out, but I don't want to squeeze the trigger too much, or squeeze, I just want to give it enough, just a little bit. And I think I need to order or get a sonic cleaner. Anybody recommending me of a good brand of a sonic cleaner? Let me know. Just message me, or on Facebook, on my YouTube page, or email me. I posted my email for the contest, which is almost done. You guys got until Saturday, so I'm hoping to see some good builds. I already got like a few guys done. I want to see more guys, and remember the prizes is $50 for first prize, $40 second prize, and $30 third prize. And the prizes will be a credit at Gundam Planet. So can't wait to see your custom work, guys. I can't wait. So let me continue on before we move on to the painting of the colors.